Hey gaming fans! So today I'm going to be doing some testing hands with my latest deck that I did a video on, and that was my Demise King of the Armageddon mixed with insects. Just to have some fun and see how the deck shuffles up and plays. You know, it's like any other combo style deck, or well, pretty much any deck that uses vanilla monsters. It's probably going to have some bricks here and there, but still fun to play around with. So let's see what happens. So I shuffled the crap out of this earlier, so I just did another shuffle just to show you guys that it's shuffled. And let's see what's going on. So that's our first opening hand here. Doomdozer, Foolish Burial, Shiny Black Sea Squatter, Demise, and his ritual card. So, I mean, I guess the thing about this deck is it's not really that great sometimes going first, because Demise is a card you're going to want to play when your opponent has stuff on the field. But you can set up somewhat of a hand here, like we can play Foolish Burial, for instance, and throw a Goki Pole out there. And then when Goki Pole hits the graveyard, you get to search for a normal monster, or sorry, you get to search for an insect, and if it's a normal monster, you can special summon it. Otherwise, you just add it to your hand. So it has to be a level 4 insect or lower, but or is it just, no, it's a level 4. You have to have a level 4. So all of them are normal in this deck anyways. So then you would probably just special summon it. It does have that extra effect of Goki Pole, that when it summons the monster, you get to destroy one monster on your opponent's side of the field with an attack that's, you know, greater than it. But if this is turn 1, you wouldn't be able to do that anyways. So then we're going to probably just normal summon this and see where we're going to go from here. I mean, we can go into a link play. Let's see. Too bad we can't go into that. Well, that would be an idea. We could do a cross sheep. We can go into a link play of a cross sheep, throw that in the grave, and then we could do our end of the world play, and then we would get to draw cards. But you have to discard, so that probably wouldn't be the best route to take. So we'd have these guys. I mean, you could leave these guys out. They're pretty big. 1900 attack, 2000 attack. You could go with that. I mean, there's lots of possibilities depending on where you feel you want to go. Or we can go into an Xyz play. We can go into maybe an Abyss Dweller, maybe to slow your opponent down. Depends on what you think your opponent is playing. So let's just leave that. You know, chances are on your opponent's turn, they're going to try and find a way to get rid of that. Maybe they're going to destroy them. So let's just say they destroy them. Probably would happen. So then we can go into our Demise now. So we would play End of the World. Looks like I drew another Demise, so we have 2 of them. I don't want to get rid of the Doomdozer, because that's a pretty big monster. So let's Demise into a Demise. And at this point, you would pay the 2,000 to attempt to blow up the whole field. Of course, if your opponent responds to it, if they have an effect failure or something that can negate his effect, it will happen. The thing about this card is I don't think it has a once per turn. I didn't check to see if there was any errata on this guy, but as far as it's worded, you could just keep paying it, just like Judgment Dragon. So you know, maybe if they find a way to stop it once, you can then try again. So then we're gonna summon our Doomdozer. We could probably remove the normals, or we could remove the Goki Pole, because once it's in your graveyard, you're not going to use it again. And there you go. You'd have your 24 and 28 in attack. And let's see what goes on. Just another 2,000. So that was just, you know, one little way. Let's try it as if it was turn 2, if you got to go second. I mean, I think in most games nowadays, most people want to go second. They want their opponent to go and play something so they can have the first chance to attack and deal with their cards. But it really depends on the type of style of deck you're playing. I don't have any counters in this deck, so there's no like Solemn Strikes or Solemn Judgments or anything that I can set on turn 1 to try and stop my opponent. So it really is probably a better deck at going turn 2. So let's see, unexpected day, demise, another unexpected day, foolish burial again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we got a shiny black sea squatter. And then it's my turn, so I draw another card. So we got advanced ritual art. Actually, that's pretty good. We can do a lot with this, so probably let's play the unexpected die, or day, or however people pronounce that card. And we will, well, we have a shiny black sea. We also have our foolish burial, which is good. So maybe we can grab a, depending on what the state of your opponent's play is, just grab this guy, because he's a wind. And then we're going to play, well, we can't play another unexpected because you can't have any monsters on the field. So let's play Foolish Burial. And send that Goki Pole again to the graveyard. Then we would search. I don't know why I'm shuffling there. So we'd search for the other guy. Goes to your hand, but because it's a normal monster, we get to special summon it to the field. And then if they had any monster that was like in attack mode that's bigger than 1700, you get to destroy it. Then we can probably go into, of course this is all hypothetical and really depends on what your opponent has out. And go into a Lightning Chidori because it's 2 wind monsters, so go into that. Then we have, let's see, we haven't normal summoned yet, so, well, let's do the advanced ritual art. Probably send the big guy, just to get him out of the deck. Metal armored bug. And special summon the demise. Now the problem with this play is obviously if you activate the demise, you're going to blow up your own Chidori. So maybe if you got his effect off, maybe if they had a face down monster or something, you were able to shuffle it back into the deck. Who knows? Depending on what your opponent's playing. But now you have your demise out there and you can normal summon that to give yourself, you know, a big field presence. That would be gone. And then you have your unexpected day for the next turn, which would be Rescue Rabbit, which would be cool. So let's just try one more. Just gotta make sure we get that nice and shuffled. I mean, sure, in most cases I would be doing a pile shuffle, but in the interest of time, I don't want to do that. So it's better to pile shuffle than to do this. But, you know, casual games, sometimes you don't care about the pile shuffle. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just go back to say you're going first again, which is probably the worst, but okay. Well, I mean, it's not the worst, but we have pre-prep, so we'll activate that just to get the stuff out of our deck, because we already have the end of the world and demise. So that's another reason why you want to pile shuffle, because typically you'll always have these 2 cards together, so you need to make sure you shuffle properly. And so we have that. Not a whole lot on this hand. I'd probably just summon the Insect Knight, end my turn, and hope I don't die. Depends on what your opponent's playing. I mean, this is a casual deck, so you probably wouldn't want to be running this in a real tournament where they're going to, you know, do a full 1-turn play and kill you. So we have Rescue Rabbit, which, well, this is not too bad. So in this point, I would play the demise by discarding a demise. Then I would play Rescue Rabbit. We can get out, let's just say these guys. So now we have Rescue Rabbit with these 2 guys out. And we have our Swing of Memories. because we did lose our Insect Knight. So there you go. You would have nice good field there. After you've hopefully blown up the field, you'd have like 2, 4, 6, 8. That you know, if you had a clear shot right there, then you could X these into whatever you want. Keep in mind you could have you know, done this play or gone into a link summon as well. So many different options. But yeah, this is kind of the way the deck is supposed to run. You know, it's kind of a one-hit shot. If you get stopped, you get stopped. I mean, a lot of decks are like that. If they, you know, hit the choke point or whatever, stop their big play, and then, you know, downside to this deck is, you know, you will draw into things like this, and you'll you know, what are you gonna do? I mean, this is okay if you drew into this, but you still need more cards in hand. So I'm too bad this can't grab your advanced ritual art. And the Doom Dozer, now that would be a good top deck because you'd probably have the materials at this point to actually summon the big guy and attack. Anyways, yeah, this was just me playing around with this deck. I thought it'd be fun to do a little, you know, deck testing, just to see how it draws, just to see what kind of plays you would do. I mean, it's hard to do these things because you never know what the opponent is. I mean, if you can assume that they're going to pull out the big guns, you know, who knows? Or if they have a card to stop you. And if they don't, this gets pretty powerful pretty fast. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Throw some comments down below. I just tried to do a couple of hands there, just for fun. And I always like to see your comments. Anyways, hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.